I'm really short. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us here today, and also hello and thank you to those joining us via Facebook Live. My name is Ariel Smith, and I'm the Executive Director of the imagineNATIVE Film and Video. Sorry. I'm Ariel Smith, and I'm the Executive Director of imagineNATIVE Film Festival. Before we go any further, I just want to acknowledge that we're gathered today on One Fish, One Spoon Treaty territory. This is territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit River and the traditional territory of the sovereign nations of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Huron-Wendat. Toronto, whose name is derived from the Mohawk word Takaronto, meaning where there are trees standing in the water, has been a meeting place for diverse Indigenous nations for thousands of years. Today, Toronto is still home to diverse Indigenous people from across Turtle Island and the world. We're grateful to hold our festival on this territory. This year's festival takes place from October 18th to 22nd, and I want to acknowledge our presenting sponsor, Bell Media, as well as our other cherished public, private, community, and individual sponsors. I'm very happy to unveil this year's campaign, which is inspired by Indigenous futurisms and looking forward. You can see our campaign reflected in our festival catalogs, which will be available on site during the festival, as well as in our pocket guides, which you can feel free to pick some up here. They should be set up somewhere, I think in that room maybe, and they're also being distributed all over the town. As always, an exciting element to our campaign is our festival trailer, which we just saw, which we're very happy with this year, which is created by Chandra Bulakon and James Munkerman. So thank you to them. Okay. So this year we've had some very exciting changes at imagineNATIVE. In 2017, we moved into a new purpose-built space here on the 4th floor of the 401 Richmond Street West building. imagineNATIVE came together with 4 other arts organizations, iTAPE, SABAC, Real Asian, and FADO, to undertake an extensive renovations project last year. And we have transformed a huge, I think it's a 1,000 square foot area into a collaborative, multi-purpose arts facility and hub, which we call the Commons at 401. The Commons acts as the headquarters for all of the 5 partner organizations, and we also have multi-purpose exhibition space, which we are sitting in right now, as well as an additional multi-purpose space that's great for meetings and workshops and talks, things like that. And we're also completing a research center at the end of the year. I want to recognize the TD Bank Group, which has returned this year as a sponsor to the festival for the Access for All initiative. This initiative helps us keep our tickets affordable at only $6, and this also enables us to offer free tickets to senior students and low-income persons for morning and afternoon screenings. So that's something that's very important to us, is to remain accessible to everyone. So thank you to TD Bank Group for that. Once again this year, our partners from the Ontario Indian Residential School Survivors Support Services will be providing us with support workers and elders who are available to offer supports to anyone at the festival that needs it. They can offer counseling on site and also learning traditional medicines. The OIR SSS will be at the Tip Bell Lightbox from Thursday, October 19th through to Sunday, October 22nd. So they'll be there the whole time if anybody needs to see them. The festival kicks off on Wednesday, October 18th, as always with our welcome gathering and community feast, which is once again being held at the Native Canadian Centre of Toronto on Spadina. This year, the welcome gathering is sponsored by the National Film Board of Canada, so thank you very much to them. Please come out and join us for this fun grassroots community celebration if you can. And then following the welcome gathering will be our opening night gala screening of the beautiful film Waru that our artistic director Jason Wiley will speak more to in a moment. And that will be at the Ted Rogers Hot Dog Cinema on Bloor. APTN returns this year as our opening night screening sponsor. Thank you very much, APTN. After the screening, we're going to all head down to the opening night party at Orchid Nightclub, which is just on Peter Street between Adelaide and King. And our opening night party is sponsored by Visible Media, who sponsored this year, so welcome. And as I mentioned, Jason will be up in a moment to speak in more detail about festival programming, but I just wanted to highlight a few events this year. Our award presentation is being held at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 22nd in Cinema 2 at the Tip Bell Lightbox. This year's awards are a more pulled-back presentation style as opposed to galas we've done in the past with musical performances. So this year we're putting all the attention on the artists receiving the awards. And on the subjects of the awards, it's our pleasure this year to give the August Schellenberg Award of Excellence to the legendary Tina Kiefer. Tina has dedicated decades of tireless work in the film and broadcast industry as an actress and producer, and we are honored to present her with this award. The Award of Excellence is named in honor of the late August Schellenberg and is sponsored by Actor National and Actor Performers' Rights Society. Presented at the awards presentation on the 22nd. Our ever-popular musical showcase, The Beat, which this year is a co-presentation between imagineNATIVE and Revolutions Per Minute, or RPM. RPM is a global new music platform, record label, and boutique agency, and they're there to discover the most talented Indigenous musicians from across Turtle Island and around the world. So we're partnering together to present it. The Beat will be Saturday, October 21st at the Horseshoe Tavern, doors at 9. And then at 9:30 p.m., there'll be a screening of Indigenous music videos that were programmed in the festival. Following that will be a dynamic performers including Zibuan, Kayla Viette, DJ Cookun, and the headliner Rob Bounce. We're coming all the way from the West Coast, so we're very happy to have them. And tickets will be available in advance or at the door. And the Beat is made possible this year by a generous sponsorship from Factor, so we thank them for that. And tickets to all imagineNATIVE screenings and events go on sale today. It's very exciting. There's 3 ways to buy tickets: in person at the Tip Bell Lightbox, over the phone with the Tip Bell Lightbox, or online. Tickets to all regular screenings are $6, with morning and afternoon screenings being free to students, seniors, and anybody that self-identifies as low-income persons. Please remember that a certain amount of tickets are held back for the rush line. So if advance tickets sell out, you are almost for sure going to get in still. You just have to go at least 30 minutes before the start of the screening to get in the rush line. It's extremely rare that somebody doesn't get in if they join the rush line in time. So please, if the advance tickets sell out and you really want to see it, it's definitely worth coming down 45 minutes, 30 minutes before the screening starts. There's more information on how to get tickets exactly, and that will all be on our website under the box office section. So very exciting. And I'm going to bring up Jason Well, our artistic director, to talk a little bit more specifically about programming. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning, and hello, everybody online. Is that good? Should I name that? I'll name it that. Hi there. We're turning 18 years old this year. It's incredible. I joined for the second festival. It's incredible how this organization and the community of supporters behind it have grown. It really has contributed to such an incredible force that this festival is, and it's such an incredible honor to work with everyone at imagineNATIVE, and also to present the work of Indigenous artists for you year after year. I want to thank my fellow programmers on the selection committee, Colin Clegg and Heather Haynes, and also thank our programming advisors, Denise Balduke, Audrey Huntley, Adam Gardner-Jones, and Jesse Wente. Just to provide a brief overview of the programming, I want to reiterate that all of this information is on our beautiful website, imagineNATIVE.org. Everything is up there online now, so please go to that for all the details of locations, timing, and synopsis for each of the works presented at this year's festival. This is the part where I give you guys some incredible and true statistics about this year's programming. We have 130 works in total, and this includes film, video, digital media, audio works, and also exhibitions. We have 116 film and video works, 5 audio works, which include soundscapes, stories, and documentaries, 9 digital media works, which includes video games, VR 360, and digital photo essays. And all programmed works at imagineNATIVE, as they have been, are directed, produced, and or written by an Indigenous person. This year we have 101 Indigenous nations represented at the festival, 78 Canadian film and video works. And this statistic is always something that we've always excelled at imagineNATIVE. A vast majority of our film and videos have been created, directed by Indigenous female directors. This year, it's at 72%. So we always like to point this out that, in an industry that's striving to have parity of female creators in the industry, this is an area that imagineNATIVE and our community has always excelled at. Amongst these films, we have 44 world premieres, 23 international premieres, 5 North American premieres, 8 Canadian premieres, 10 Ontario premieres, and 11 Toronto premieres. So there's a lot of great work. It doesn't end there. 50 works, or 43% of our programming, is made by emerging filmmakers. And almost half of the Indigenous directors of the selected film and video works, 57 of them, have not presented their work at imagineNATIVE in the past. So there's a lot of great new voices and great new talent at the festival this year, as there is every year. In terms of our film and video, Ariel had mentioned our opening night, which is sponsored by iN18. We're very proud to have the feature film Waru from Aotearoa, New Zealand, directed by Chelsea Cohen, Ainsley Gardner, Brian Gray-Smith, Paula Jones, Casey Ka, Renee Maihee, Amanui Sinekene, Katie Wolf, and Josephine Stewart-Tafi. This film is an extraordinary feature film, unlike any that we've seen at the festival. We're really honored to have it this year. It's directed and written by 9 Maori women, each of whom directs a 10-minute segment, 8 to 10-minute segments for the film, and each deals with the same 10 minutes on the morning of the funeral of a young boy who was killed by his caregiver. It's deeply emotional and a really strong artistic achievement. That film is preceded by the short documentary Holy Angels by J. Cardinal Villeneuve, and we're incredibly happy to have these films as our opening gala, as we are thrilled to have as our closing night gala sponsored by BMO, The Road Forward, directed by Marie Clement. This is a beautiful, important film. It's a musical documentary and a brilliant way to close the festival. All the filmmakers in our opening and closing galas have a long history with imagineNATIVE, and we're really honored and grateful to present their works in these gala sections. In terms of our feature films, we have 14 features this year, 4 of which are dramatic features, 10 documentary features, which is a record for us. And again, I encourage you all to visit our website for all the information. Some of the highlights from our dramatic feature films, we have the world premiere of Kayak to Unto, the first feature from Zoe Hopkins, who is based in 6 Nations. And this wonderful family film stars Kaya Blaney, Evan Adams from Smoke Signals, and Lauren Cardinal, who actually stars in 3 films in the festival this year. We also have the world premiere of Juliana and the Medicine Fish, the latest feature from prolific Jeremy Torrey, who is based in Winnipeg. This drama stars a fantastic young star, Emma Tremblay, along with superstars Adam Beach and Roseanne Supernow. There's a lot of stars in this one. We're also very pleased to present Sweet Country by celebrating Auteur Warwick Thornton from Australia. This film has had a fantastic run since its world premiere in Venice last month, where it won 2 awards, and was also presented at TIFF a few weeks ago, where it won the Toronto Platform Prize. On our documentary feature front, we have so many fantastic diverse work. We have Our People Will Be Healed, the 50th film in 50 years by the legendary Alanis Bonsoin. And every film by Alanis is such a gift to us and to our community. So we're incredibly honored again and astounded by her talents and love she puts forward. We have the world premiere of Bowhead Whale Hunting with My Ancestors by another legend, Zacharias Canuck, which is co-directed by Carol Canuck, and the Canadian premiere of Out of State by Kiara Lacey from the United States, a remarkable work that tells the story of 2 Native Hawaiian men were incarcerated in a prison purpose-built in Arizona to house prisoners from Hawaii, most of whom are indigenous. Another brilliant American documentary, the international premiere of Man Killer by Valerie Red Horse Mole, recounts the incredible life and deep legacy of Cherokee Chief Wilma Man Killer, one of Native America's greatest leaders. There's also the world premiere of the stunning Indictment, The Crimes of Shelley Chartier, directed by locals Shane Belcourt and Lisa Jackson. This work offers a rare glimpse into the life of Shelley Chartier, a reclusive young woman from a Manitoba First Nation who made international headlines for catfishing an NBA superstar. It's a remarkable work, and this film really provides the context and background that a lot of the media coverage did not provide for Shelley's story, so it's incredibly fantastic work. Again, check out our website, everything is on there. On the short film front, we have 102 short films, and I'm going to talk about each and every single one. I'd love to, believe me. 102 shorts, which include narrative, documentary, animation, experimental, and music videos. It's an incredibly strong year for shorts. We have 13 shorts programs in addition to a handful of shorts playing before some of the features. So please, there's literally something for everyone. Check out our website. It's really beautifully detailed online. I'll also reiterate that individual tickets are now on sale today, in addition to our ticket packages. And our ticket packages are fantastic, they're transferable, and can be used for a single screen. So a group of 5 or a group of 10 can buy a flexi package and use it for a single screen. It's my pleasure to announce one of this year's special presentations, which is called Channel 51 Igloolik, which is sponsored by the Inuit Art Foundation with support from Trinity Square Video and Isuma Productions. It's curated by Isabella Wituluktuk, and this presentation celebrates 30 years of Inuit video production from the Isuma and Arnie collectives. It's extraordinary and so important the work that they've contributed to our industry over these past 3 decades. And this special presentation has 2 components, the first of which is a shorts program featuring retrospective and new works, and Channel 51 Igloolik, the filmmaking process, an exhibition at Trinity Square Video that features artifacts from and artwork inspired by the films of Isuma and Arnie. And they actually include one of my favorite things. It's a pair of fake feet, false feet, that Natar Umbalak wore in Ashkenazabad when he ran across things. On our exhibition front, in addition to Channel 51, we have Morning in Mayhem, the work of Adrian Stimson at A Space Gallery, right here at 401 Richmond, which was made possible with support from the Ontario Arts Council and Celebrate Ontario. This is the first ever solo show by this important artist in the province, and curated by the incomparable Wanda Nanabush. It's on now until the end of October, and Adrian will be doing a performance during the festival. We have For This Land, Inside Elemental, featuring the work of Jackson Two Bears and Janet Rogers at the brand new on-site gallery at Oakhead University. Also at on-site is Raise a Flag, works from the Indigenous Art Collection 2000 to 2015, curated by Ryan Rice and featuring a stunning roster of Indigenous artists. Also here at 401, we have a truly remarkable audio soundscape presented at the Audio Art Gallery at Prefix ICA. It's called North of South, Norte del Sur. The soundscape is part of the Territorial Imprints Collaborative Exchange project that we held earlier this spring that brought together 2 Indigenous artists from Canada and 2 from South America to collaborate at the new Shine Wunu Experimental Arts Center in Colombia. And a shout out to Janet Rogers, Casey Coizan, Francisco Luchikeo, Maria Dolores Arias Martinez, and Alejandro Valverde. Over at YYZ Artist Outlet, we have Raven Chacon Report. And Raven is a fantastic brilliant artist who's a member of Post Commodity, who created the work as part of our 2167 project, which I'll talk about in a second. And right here in this space, Bashir Yurik's presentation space, we're proud to partner with BTAPE to present our first ever exhibition in our new home, which is called Skawanati for the Ages. We've shown Skawanati's work many times over the years, and it's an honor to present her work here in our inaugural exhibition. Finally, we will have an installation preview of Transmissions by Lisa Jackson at Wallace Studios. We've presented Lisa's film work at imagineNATIVE many times over the years, and this is part of her first ever art exhibition. This piece will feature performances by Janine Fry-Majugli, Raven Chacon, and Laura Ortman. And Transmissions will be the final stop on our ever-popular art crawl, which takes place on Friday, October 20th, and see our website for complete details and the schedule. The art crawl starts at 5 p.m. that day at On-Site Gallery. And of course, as a media arts festival, and as we have since day one of imagineNATIVE, we also present audio works and digital media works. On our audio fronts, we have 5 works from Canada and the United States, which include soundstage, storytelling, and a radio documentary. Our digital media front, we have 9 works this year, an incredibly strong lineup. It features video games, 360 VR, a web series, and digital photo essays. Both audio and digital media works are presented in our Digital Media Arcade, which is free and open to the public, and which is sponsored this year by Resolution Pictures and School U, which will be presenting their incredible Cree-VR language project at the venue. This year, we also have 2 special presentations, unlike anything we've done before. 2167, which some of you may have heard of, had its launch earlier this June, which is our special commissioning project this year made possible with support from the Canada Council for the Arts and our partners TIFF, Initiative for Indigenous Futures, and PINGWAC. And we commissioned 5 VR experiences by Indigenous artists to envision life 150 years in the future, hence 2167, 150 years from now. The artists selected were Dan Scalay, Jeff Barnaby, Kent Monkman, Scott Benson-Abandon, and Post Commodity. All 5 VR works are being presented together for the first time at imagineNATIVE and will run until the end of the year. imagineNATIVE, in partnership with TIFF and with the support of Ontario 150 and Heritage Canada, will also be touring 2167 independently and in conjunction with imagineNATIVE's film and video tour to 12 locations across Canada between October and December of this year. So please see our website for locations near you. We are also presenting A Wall is a Screen, which is one of my favorite things ever on the international short film circuit. We are so proud to bring this event to you with our sponsor RBC and additional support from the Goethe Institute here in Toronto. Based in Hamburg, Germany, A Wall is a Screen is part urban walk, part short film screening, where works are projected onto unexpected surfaces in the urban landscape. And aside from the first location, the path and the films that will be screened are not known until the actual event. And this is a really cool, fun event for everyone involved. And this will be the first time that A Wall is a Screen is presenting an all-Indigenous program, and we are incredibly excited for this event. So as you can see, we have 1 or 2 things lined up for you at the festival this year. Reminder that individual tickets are on sale now. And a reminder, just want to reiterate what Errol said about tickets going off sale or gone rush. Please do take the time to line up early. You're almost always guaranteed to get in. Also, this is our pocket guide, and this is a coupon for 20% off. These will be available here at the space and also around town. And it's my pleasure now to introduce and bring up Daniel Murphy-Frank, our Industry Director, who will share some information about our panels and workshops.
Hi everyone, thank you. Just when you thought we were done, no. We're showing work, but we're also illustrating opportunities to how to make work for the future. So thank you. My name is Daniel Murphy-Frank. I'm the Industry Director. This is my 9th festival. I'm very happy and proud to be part of it, and to be part of this incredible space that we are all collaborating in right now. With support of Industry Series presenting sponsor, CBC and CBC Jobs, we're thrilled to announce this year's slate of free and public professional development activities which bring together industry professionals from across Canada and around the world in discourse and discussion on topics relevant to Indigenous media creators. Taking place in various locations, including imagineNATIVE's new public spaces here at 401 Richmond Building, we aim to strike a balance between the art, commerce, and critical thinking in a welcoming environment for the most novice or most experienced creator. On Thursday, October 19th, we begin the Industry Series right here in the Commons Lounge with an exciting start, Over food and refreshments, we'll announce a new organizational department, the imagineNATIVE Institute, a new year-round home for Indigenous professional development and detail the vision and programming enhancements for the coming year. So we're very excited to talk about that. With support of the Canada Media Fund, the following panels, insiders and outsiders developing new collaboration models and protocols in process and practice, will build upon discussions made during the last year to reflect and look forward in ways Indigenous content creators and communities can collaborate to make more authentic film and media art productions. We then moved to the Tip Bell Lightbox and the excitement of our live pitching contest with our first ever web series pitch competition. Presented by iN18 and supported by Technicolor, Innovate by Day, William F. White International, TIFF, with Toronto, 3 pitch teams vie for a $30,000 cash and in-kind prize. That's quadruple the amount we've been able to offer in the past. We're happy to announce the finalists in the projects and their catchy project one-liners to entice you. Darcy Wade and Aston Thomas from Winnipeg present Spectrum. The Spence sisters share a last name, but to the world they can be more different. This series about things in life that drive us apart and the love that brings us back together. Frederick Megan Trudell pitches Illustrated Stories, a series that presents how images are a very powerful medium of communication. The project's aim is to illustrate stories of the origin of humanity from the perspective of different nations across Canada, by also respecting their art styles and vision. And finally, Nadine Arpin and Jason Gladue from Sioux Lookout and Underway, respectively, pitch Invisible Fate, where someone is killing Indigenous women in a small northwestern Ontario town of Twin Rivers. A private investigator, Helen Karamos, Dyke protagonist, and six mystery novels by Yves Zaremba have come out of retirement to do the job that police seem to be unwilling to do, solve the crime and find the murderer. So don't miss these projects vying for the big prize. We close Thursday with Vice Connect's information session. This is our first time working with Vice, and as the world's leading youth media company, Vice content leads and associate producers will be engaging with imagineNATIVE delegates on their content vision, as well as how, where, and what both Canadian and international Indigenous artists can bring to them. Friday's program for the industry series begins with Breaking the Mold, developing Indigenous narrative models. Presented by the R.M. Lang Foundation, this panel examines the development and future of Indigenous narratives, sub-themes, cyclical narratives, and the use of symbolism and traditional story structure to stimulate discussion and contemplate future casting of Indigenous on-screen art forms. With 2167, Indigenous Storytelling in VR, presented by CMF, and in partnership with TIFF Higher Learning, 5 Indigenous filmmakers that Jason has mentioned as part of the 2167 initiative come together to discuss bringing their worldview and concepts of time and narrative in conjunction with the Indigenous futurism movement in VR and what they're learning through their first forays in the medium. With support of the OMBC and the CMF, we continue our major networking program, the Micronations Networking Event, a matchmaking service pairing Indigenous creatives and 26 industry decision makers, many from international this year, we're very excited about. They thought it was face-to-face time to discuss acquisition, sale, and development potential. On Saturday, the final morning of the industry series, we have a breakfast with the NBC's Talent and Inclusion Division, our first time working with NBC, to present the delegates an overview of their over 20 programs they offer to identify diverse storytellers and groom them for success and provide a platform to showcase their work. And maximizing opportunity for online short and feature film exhibition presented by Telefilm, this panel offers 2 distinct perspectives from industry mavens. The Criterion Collection and short the lead programmer Penelope Bartlett offers insights and strategies for short filmmakers, and Stadium Media's Mission Alien and his direct connections to all the feature film digital gatekeepers, including Google Play, Amazon, iTunes, and Hulu, offer contrasting and comparative insights for activating online content distribution for producers. And our last industry session, session industry series, is an exciting one. Maori artist Dave Whitehead has spent over 20 years in the film industry as an award-winning sound designer and composer with credits on major motion pictures and shows including District 9, The Hobbit, Arrival, and Netflix's Okja. In this sound design masterclass, David starts from the basics of sound design to the fine-tuning of the art form through his career, and how his heritage and Indigenous forms of sound expression have influenced his approach and practice in his work. So join us for this special and rare opportunity to learn about the art of sound design. This panel is presented by York University. So that's our industry series, but in addition, imagineNATIVE's industry labs continue to grow the industry's key creative development skills from development to delivery in each of our disciplines, with more impactful development supporting artists before and after the festival. Sponsored by the Directors Guild of Canada, Ontario branch, the imagineNATIVE DGC Lab for Indigenous Directors from Canada invites 4 emerging Canadian Indigenous directors with credits on professionally presented short film work to participate in a 3-day lab with returning established and award-winning director Tracy Beer, whose breadth and quality of work and leadership role in the sector and community will bring valuable perspective and insight to the participants. This year's participants are Jade Baxter, Mary Galloway, J.J. Neathan, and Cole Forrest, all who have programmed with the festival. Supported by the Canadian Media Producers Association, the imagineNATIVE CMK Lab for Indigenous Producers from Canada is designed to hone the skills and knowledge base of emerging Indigenous producers through dedicated one-on-one engagement with established industry creative. Ojibwe producer Laura Milliken, who is the producer of 2015's closing night film Fire Song, will lead the initiative for 2017. This year's participants are Darcy Wade and Erica Marie. And redesigned for 2017, which we'll announce more at the Institute announcement, is imagineNATIVE's the Harold Greenberg Fund Screenwriting Intensive, which brings together the success of imagineNATIVE's Screenwriters Lab initiative in 2014 and story editing mentorships aimed at bringing Indigenous perspectives to the evaluation process of feature film screenplays, which we've done in the last 2 years. We'll unveil the complete date, details this exciting expansion and requirements at the launch of imagineNATIVE's Institute on Thursday, October 19th. That's a big lineup, and we hope you'll come and learn and engage and participate in the festival's professional development activities. Thank you.
So thanks everybody for coming, and we just want to give an opportunity in case there are any questions at all. We're happy to answer them. And if there are not any questions, I'll just hold for a second. That's okay. You can always call us or see us at the festival. Anyways, I wanted to thank everybody for coming down here today. Thank you so much for those watching via Facebook Live. And we really hope to see you at the festival this year. It's going to be a great one. Thank you very much. I know.